Hello there, thank you for joining us. This afternoon I'm going to demonstrate a kissing ball. That was associated in the Victorian times with good luck. You hung it in the entrance of your house, and then as people wandered underneath, it would theoretically give them good luck and prosperity for the following year. Usually it would use items that had significance, such as rosemary or lavender. As the years have gone on slightly, it's taken on more of a romantic kind of feel, as opposed to good luck, prosperity and sort of encouragement for the year to come. So on this occasion I'm actually going to use some red roses in the kissing ball that I'm going to make, but it will very much have a Christmas theme. A piece of ribbon that I'm using to hang the kissing ball with is a piece of Hessian, which I've folded over, secured with a double leg mount. As you can see, it's nice and secure because all of the weight from the kissing ball is actually going to be suspended from here, so it needs to be nice and secure. So threading the wire through the soaked oasis sphere all the way through. And then these are just tiny little pieces of plant stick that I've cut. I'm using those to anchor the wire. So again, giving it the support of the weight. As I say, all the weight is going to be suspended from there, so you don't want this pulling through the oasis. So those sticks just stop that from happening. Okay, so I'm going to start by, I've cut all my foliage and flowers ready. So I've got some skimmer here. This is Kew green, this variety. I've got 3 stems that I've cut down into little sprigs. I've got some natural holly, some Pinus strobus, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 roses. Now this particular rose is called Freedom. It's on it was on a 50 centimetre stem length. As a general rule of thumb with roses, the longer the stem you buy, the larger the head. So for wedding work, I would usually recommend using a 60 centimetre stem, which gives you a really good head size. But if you've got an event where you need differing sizes of heads, then by buying shorter stems, which is actually reflected in the price, you could actually save money using a smaller head and a shorter stem, but still keeping the same variety throughout the event. So say this is a Freedom, and this is a 50 centimetre stem that I've bought. And then we've got some Eucalyptus cinerea. And again, all cut to around about, I'd say, nearly 3 inches in length. Now I'm going to start placing those into the kissing ball, keeping a fairly even balance of varieties. Now the more texture, varieties and colour that you add, the more of a natural feel you're going to get to your kissing ball. Gradually starting to build up that shape. Trying to include all of the varieties. So, as I say, you get an even balance all the way round. I'm going to pop my roses in, and again, same idea as with the foliage, try to keep a reasonably good balance. So if I have one there, and one there, that's a pretty good start. Okay. And building up the greenery as we go around. actually holding this, as you can see, to make this up. You could suspend it if you wanted to. The only thing I would say about suspending it is you don't have the resistance to push the stems into the oasis. When holding it, you've got the resistance so you can push the stems in nice and deep. If it's suspended, you've still got to hold the ball as you push the stems in, otherwise it's just going to flow away from you. I have to say this holly is incredibly prickly. So you can see how we're building up a good balance of texture and colour all the way around the ball. Bringing those roses in as well to signify the romantic history of the kissing ball. You can see we're getting that nice balance all the way through. I'm getting to the point again where I can probably start to include some more roses in a moment. So we're just going to pop another little piece of the Pinus in. Now, Pinus strobus is a really lovely Christmas foliage. It has a fantastic texture, as you can see. It is sold in multiples of either 50 or 100 stems, so you do have to buy a reasonable amount. The only thing in its favour I would say is it does last an incredibly long while. I have had it last in my garage for nearly 3 months, so don't be afraid to purchase it in advance of an event that you have. Let's pop in some more roses in now. Need to add a piece of Pinus there. Now you can see how we're trying to get that overall balance and mix. The Pinus is actually, the sap is coming out and actually making my hands sticky. There we go. Oh, I think I need another rose. I'm trying not to handle the ball too much. I'm trying to keep it in one position and twist as I'm making it up. There you can see that's the top. So I'm going to turn it over now and start building up the base a bit more. Gradually adding those pieces of foliage in. Just having a quick check to see where my next roses need to go. I need to come down here with one. As you can see, there needs to be one in here. Let's cut that one a tiny bit shorter. That's better. Yeah, it's gone in. I'll bring in some more of the pinus around that rose. And bring in some more of the eucalyptus grey colour tones. Now, any Christmassy foliage would work quite happily in this style arrangement. Bear in mind that if it is hanging in a hall or anywhere where there's quite a lot of dry heat, it is actually going to dry out incredibly quickly. So my recommendation would be to remove it from its hanging place, take it into the kitchen onto your draining board, give it a good old soak, allow it to finish draining and then replace it. If you can do that as often as you possibly can really, then you can keep the oasis ball or oasis sphere nice and wet. You're going to get as long a life out of the kissing ball as you can. As you can appreciate, you've got quite a small surface area of oasis there for quite a substantial amount of greenery, so it is going to dry out quite quickly. Misting it is going to help. If you've got a spray bottle with water, just give it a good old mist. That will help to prolong it as well. Despite the fact that the evergreen foliages do have, or the evergreen foliage do have a long life, they're not really going to last to their full potential in a domestic indoor environment. So we're nearly coming to the end. Another little bit of skimmier there. Whoops. And a couple more pieces of the Pinus strobus. And I seem to have a gap somewhere, or I have a rose left, so I just need to check where that's supposed to go. I'm a bit reluctant to push that in too far because there's a nasty sharp piece of holly just beside it. There we go, and there we have our kissing ball. Just remove that piece of selvage from the there you go. Kissing ball for the entrance of your house, to welcome your guests at Christmas time, to bring them prosperity and good fortune for the coming year, and possibly to inspire romance. So thank you very much for listening. I hope you've enjoyed our video this afternoon. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have lots of other inspirational videos and tips and hints on conditioning flowers, getting the absolute best from them before you go on to making arrangements for your home and family and friends. Okay, thank you very much.